The Republicans in Congress, and at least in the House, voted to not have a debate on Epstein files, which makes them look ridiculous. Donald Trump is now referring to his past supporters who are questioning him on the Epstein situation as stupid and foolish. He's sort of describing us as being bad people because we want transparency and justice in this Epstein situation. Now, this guy's story keeps changing. It almost changes from day to day. And of course, he had that initial disastrous press conference where he was talking about why are we still talking about Epstein, even though Trump himself was on the campaign trail hinting at Bill Clinton going to a certain island belonging to Epstein. Really? Okay. So this guy uses this story to gain votes while on the campaign trail. This guy's story keeps changing. Now, we went from, okay, there's Epstein files, to we're working on getting them out, to there are no Epstein files, and now he's talking about Obama and Biden created phony Epstein files or something, like they created this hoax. Hoax? You mean like the hoax that your attorney general created when she brought those social media influencers out there to DC, to the White House, and she paraded them in front of the press. She gave them a bunch of fake Epstein file binders talking about phase one. Phase one was just basically publicly available information. And so what the hell is phase two? Oh, it doesn't exist. So now Trump's story is just all over the place. He's attacking people who's questioning him. He's he's making it seem like the Democrats created this whole hoax. And the more this guy talks, the worse it looks. It just looks worse and worse. I don't have any evidence that he did anything wrong, but there's a serious concern that this guy has been compromised, especially by Mossad or some other entity, because it was really suspicious that the so-called peace president bombed Iran after Israel went to war with Iran, and things weren't going so well for Israel, and the U.S. intervened. And then they started telling us, anyway, that's a whole other situation, which he may have to start another bombing to distract us from this situation, because people aren't buying his story. I'm not saying there's evidence that he's definitely guilty, but this idea that he's definitely not guilty is, he's acting ridiculous. It looks really, really bad, and it's getting worse and worse. People say that, oh, well, if the Democrats had something on him, it would have been released by now. Not if some other entity, like Mossad, had the goods on both Republicans and Democrats. Mutually assured destruction. If I out you, you can out me. And then you have the situation where, the fact of the matter is, when Epstein was arrested in 2008, he got a sweetheart deal. And in 2019, when he got busted again, Trump was president of the United States when he went to jail, when Epstein went to jail. Trump was president of the United States when Epstein died in jail under mysterious circumstances. Now, I'm not saying that, oh, well, such and such, Trump was involved in this or that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that from a practical standpoint, we don't know who buried what. And if somebody tried to remove certain files from the official documentation, then it'll be pretty obvious if that documentation was made public. So again, I'm not saying I have proof that Trump is guilty of anything, but he's definitely hiding something. And this entire situation is looking worse. The more he talks, the less I believe him. That's the situation right now. The more Trump talks, the worse it looks. And now you have Charlie Kirk saying that, oh, I trust my friends in government, and I'm not going to talk about this for the time being. Like, oh, dude, trying to get these social media people, these influencers to back you and just trying to bury this. It's not going to work either. It's not working. Look at the polling. Look at the reality. It's not working. So what the heck do you think is going on with Trump? I tried to do a little poll, but that was screwed up, so I apologize for that. In the comments section, do you trust Trump? Do you want to move on from the situation, or do you want to see Maxwell testify before Congress? Do you want to see the Black Book published? You want a record of who was actually on video doing something with people they shouldn't be? People want justice. People want transparency. You can't campaign on being the most transparent administration ever, and then you get the job and you start BSing people. No, people aren't going to go for that.